Two old people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. Today is the weekly wrap-up on Friday, and how are things
going? You
going?
were letting go a little bit there. You're loosening up.
I know. I was. You're like, getting into it.
You have to be serious. And you know how I always say, I want to look laser focused and be laser focused.
Yes.
And so I put on my best outfit today. I look like a hobo today. But I was looking in the mirror, going, should I shave? Which I should. And I was like, look, and Larry, the 1-inch white mutant hair.
Oh my.
Is back.
Oh, it is. It's sticking on your ear right there. Right. It is. That's what happens to us.
Listen to me, people. One day you look in the mirror, there's no hair. And one day, or overnight, this 1-inch white mutant thick hair grows. Yeah. And then you look the next day in the mirror, you're like, where did that come? So I want you to pull Larry.
No, I'm not.
Pull Larry the 1-inch white mutant ninja hair. There.
There we go.
All right, now we can start the show.
So Karen is upset today. Karen almost walked off the set and said she wasn't going to work today. She said if Fred doesn't start putting things back to normal, she is going to be mad.
Well, I do a show, Grumpy Grandpa, Patriot show. And I use a different mic over there. So I go on the mixer.
Yes.
And then I adjust the lights, and we have to move one wire for the camera. And sometimes Fred Fred likes to hit the bottle a little bit.
Oh, does he?
My producer likes to hit the bottle a little bit.
So he has to get out of here.
And sometimes it's, he wants to make it to happy hour. So he kind of jets out of here without, so you got to apologize.
Okay.
I mean,
because she's even like the red light was draped over there, and it was a mess.
And also, Karen saw Nate again today. I know, and she got a little giddy.
She did, because we had Nate on Grumpy Grandpa Patriot show today, and we have an interview about the restrictions in Washington State.
Oh, it was good again, just as good
really
like
good.
John.
So check it out.
With the New Mexico restrictions. Nate was just as
laser focused
and sharp of all the
Washington.
And then me and him just chatted about being guys too. Yeah, so it's good. It's a good show. I recommend it. So now are we ready to start the show?
We are. Are we going to start with furry friends?
Furry friends, ready?
Let's go.
Let's cue it. Karen, bring it up. Come on, Karen.
Furry friends. Let's all get to those furry friends.
Boy, this is not going smooth. Okay, but look at these guys. Oh my goodness.
I like the one sticking his tongue out. He's look at his eyes.
I know. He's like
goodness.
It's almost like
somebody
as soon as
steak.
you
must have steak.
We even have kids that do. If even your kids, there's always that one kid that just can't take the picture right. He has to be the ham. He has to be the ham of the show. But the other dog is precious too. And they
is Buddy Boy and Lizzie Girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I put it in the order. So I'm going, that looks like Buddy Boy and Lizzie Girl. So I think it's correct. And they were sent in by Ronnie and Laura from Texas.
All right. And
we appreciate
those are adorable little furry friends. They are for sure.
I don't care how bad of a day you have.
I know. If you came home to that every day, you'd be okay.
Okay, so that's furry friends.
All right.
That fits just fine.
So we have some big news coming out, and lots of big news coming out yesterday. So do you want to bring up my slate?
Yeah, I'm just saying you're not going to find this probably over on mainstream media.
Oh, not on mainstream.
You will find it on Two Old People on a Couch. Right. Okay, here we go. And it worked.
Yesterday, Rudy Giuliani came out, and what's the lady's name?
Sidney Powell. Is that correct? Let me know, everybody.
I
think it's Sidney Powell.
Okay. So anyway.
I could be totally wrong.
And the girl with the longer blonde hair also talked.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But anyway, they had a press conference. And I'm telling you, there's some big things going on. If these things that they're talking about are true, Then there was big problems with our election, and the mainstream media is covering up for it, so they're just as corrupt. Either that, or all these people that were at this press conference are crazy.
And I don't think they would do that. They are very sharp, intelligent people that would not just go out and start saying stuff if they didn't have hardcore evidence. And now there's a lot of people that have come out with sworn affidavits. Listen to me, people. Sworn affidavits mean if you said it and it's not true, you're going to jail. So why would people put their self on the lines like that? So the sworn affidavits are in.
Yes.
There's litigation going on.
Yes.
And it's turned in. And if anybody says there wasn't evidence,
yes,
well, they haven't listened and they haven't waited for the court hearings to come out. You can't say there is none. They push it. They'll probably banner it underneath ours because we said
they will.
Keywords.
They will, because Twitter is all over it.
President-elect Joe Biden. It'll also say down below there that there is no evidence of voter fraud. So, and it's a complete lie. They don't know that. And he isn't president-elect. Nobody's been officially...
So either there is no evidence and it didn't happen and we're crazy, or there is.
But
one way or the other. And Giuliani did say that he doesn't know how much Biden would have known about the whole thing, because Biden's
just a puppet.
Right. He has controllers. He has people that... This is the highest levels.
This is part of the one world order, and probably some big banks are involved in the whole thing, trying to push it all. It's a big story. We could
Should I say in a nutshell what they
go for
said?
it? Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So they said that these things. No, that's not right. Go back to us.
I knew that.
I went to
Karen,
the next story.
quit messing up.
Okay. They said, I'm trying not to say any really keywords right now because I know you can't say the thing.
Yeah.
So that certain states use these things to do this with. And they came from Chavez, and they were controlled by Venezuela.
Software.
Yes. And they were linked straight back to somebody that's really against America. And his name starts with S.
S. JS are his initials.
And they are saying that on these systems, this software, the votes were sent to Germany to be counted. Now, that makes absolutely no sense.
They were counted out in
the country.
I've heard rumors that they raided that
I have heard that too.
That facility over in Germany, and they have even more evidence. Now, I don't have proof of that, but it's pretty good. The intelligence I get is, I don't think they would lie about it.
And I have to say that we're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to see what happens with all this.
See what happens. Now, I've always thought, I mean, and I explained to it, like, if you turn your head and roll the dice, and then I could flip them.
Oh!
But blanketed mail-in ballots, go ahead. Blanketed mail-in ballots were set up, and we all know that if you make it loosey-goosey, it leads... the only reason to do that is to cheat people. But we did something the other day.
Yeah, you did something the other day. You conducted your own
I got 10,001 votes.
You did?
10,001 emails. And I tabulated it up myself.
Yeah, okay.
And I didn't let you look at it.
I know.
I didn't let anybody else look at it. And it came out that Trump had 9,500 votes for him. And Biden only had 501.
Oh, so there you go. And now we know the winner of the race.
We know that that's official. And you're just going to have to trust me. That's
how the election went down.
You cannot
dispute that.
You cannot come at me with lawyers and say, no, we don't believe you. That's very nefarious. None of that.
Okay.
You got to
just have to
take
accept
it. And our poll and our voting showed Trump winning
Okay.
in a landslide. In a landslide, people. So
Okay.
no, don't send any lawyers. Don't do any of that. It's final.
So now we're gonna roll. We have the governor of New York, and he's having a press conference, and he gets mad at this reporter for asking
a question
if schools were going to be closed tomorrow.
And then,
So let's roll the tape.
Okay, then we'll talk about it.
Yes,
All right.
we'll talk about it. Okay, let me see if I can do this.
Month. We then had the test out procedures. If you were paying attention, you would have known we closed the schools in New York City 2 weeks ago. Remember when we did an orange zone and a red zone in Brooklyn and Queens? And we closed the schools? Don't you remember that? Okay, so what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're now going to override. We did it already. That's the law. An orange zone and a red zone. Follow the facts.
I'm still confused.
Well, then you're confused.
I'm confused, and
Then I'll tell you what, Jimmy.
Parents are still confused as well. The schools
Oh,
in
they're
New
not
York City
confused.
tomorrow.
You're confused.
No, I think
Read
parents
the
are
law.
very confused as well.
Read the law, and you won't be confused.
But Governor, following Jimmy's question, are the schools going to be open tomorrow?
The schools are open by state law.
All right, are we done?
Yeah, I'm done,
All right, well,
but I don't know how to stop it.
Just
Okay, all right. So that was a new thing.
yeah.
So, but
Man, did he sound snooty?
first he said the schools had been closed 2 weeks ago, right? But
Right.
at the end of that, he said schools will be open tomorrow.
And then
What happened 4 hours
4
later?
hours later, they closed the school. So I like how the reporter said, "I'm asking questions that the people are asking me to
'cause they're
ask
confused.
you. They're confused." And he's like, "Why are you confused?" He's like, "Well, I'm confused, but so are the
The
parents. That's why I'm asking. We need." And they've got red zones and orange zones, and it's up to the it's just up to somebody else to decide, and nobody knows what's going on. It's ridiculous,
Yeah,
and young
and
people aren't dying from it. So let's just open up. But that's
And right now, every state has these different restrictions going on.
Yep,
This
right.
restriction, that restriction. We did the whole interview with Nate about
yep.
Washington restrictions.
Yeah.
So check it out on Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show. We have ridiculous restrictions. I don't even understand some of these. Apparently, the WUFU goes into overdrive after 10 p.m. and before 5 a.m. because we have to shut everything down.
And whenever all the kids want to go out and have fun,
They
is
do.
that 10 to 5 a.m.
Another one I found interesting is PA. This is one of their restrictions for COVID. They're going to
that
stop
stands for
using
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. They're going to stop taking cash at the turnpike. What does that have to do with anything other than they want to stop cash? Period. They're coming for your
So
cash.
what do you got to do? You have to have one of those things to ride the.
I guess.
The turnpike, or turnpike's
Maybe they
free.
Maybe they take credit cards.
Well, I just say they make it free then.
Okay. Nate said that they are restricted to 5 people at Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And Oregon also.
And one person singing at church or something crazy like that.
Also, Oregon has capped theirs at 6 people, and you can only have like 2 families. You can't have more than 2 households.
I was going to say this at the beginning, and I forgot to.
What's that?
But I'm having BYOT.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
BYOT and B at my house.
At his house.
Debbie-
At our house. I won't be here.
Debbie's going to have fun, people. She's going to see her son and her granddaughter and her daughter-in-law. It's going to be a great time. They're going to have fun. They're not
Yes.
going to live in fear. I would go, but my dog is
Crazy.
the dog's
So
leg,
old.
and I have to save her from falling off the edge of the bed
Yeah.
all the time, and she definitely
She
needs.
doesn't travel
She
well.
can't. She couldn't make the trip, and hang out with 2 other dogs. She'd lose
Yeah.
her mind. And she's senile, so she has a routine that she does. So
Yeah.
I'm staying here.
Yes.
But I'm saying bring your own turkey and beer, because I won't have any food other than maybe a hot dog. But I'm not afraid of this woo flu, and I'm opening up the front door.
So
and
bring your own turkey and beer.
Anybody that's single, that just wants to have a whale of a good time, and there's nobody, and you know where I live in
Just
town
come to
here.
Mark.
Just
Come to your house.
BYOT and B. See, I'll make out. I mean, maybe I'll get some beer and have it ready. And if somebody wants to have a beer on the porch with me, I'll have some beer here already.
Yeah.
But by all means, I'm not stopping anybody from bringing your own turkey and beer and having a whale of a good time here.
At your house.
I want to get 100 people in my house.
Oh, no. That's over the limit.
I want to break. We don't have a limit here in Oklahoma. But I still just want to have a whale of a good time, and then get back on the show on Monday and say, look at me, I'm fine.
Okay, do you want to hear a couple more of the restrictions that are crazy?
Yeah,
These are the craziest of the restrictions. Ohio is going to come out with restrictions that says you can't dance or play games.
Because you know that hip action that you do?
Yeah.
Remember whenever you used to do line dance and do the cute spins? That would throw the virus on everybody.
Burks, the lady Deborah Burks.
I don't know who that is.
She's the COVID person at the
CDC?
Yeah.
Whatever.
At the
Somebody.
Yeah.
You're boring the people.
You know,
Let's go. Keep
with
it moving.
the scarves.
Oh, yeah. Scarf lady.
She says that you need to wear your face mask even in your own home with, like, I should have on a mask right now, and you should have on a mask right now. Okay.
You know what? If you went into their houses, they don't have their damn masks.
And those were the most ridiculous.
And you know, Newsom,
restrictions.
he's putting the lockdown on California, and he's out there having, posh.
Yeah.
Very posh dinner with friends, no mask, at a restaurant.
Okay.
That pisses me off. But you know what? I don't live in California. You guys all have to put up with the people you vote in.
My last point is that every state has their own individual restrictions, and it's crazy because there's 50 different things going on, and nobody can keep up with any of it. And it's changing daily. So
and you will notice that Democratic governors
are worse,
and Republican governors are doing it differently. Then within Republican states, Democrat mayors are doing different restrictions than everything out around them. It's ridiculous. It's un-American.
Yeah.
It's not how we do it. Let's open up one phase. Open up. Let's get back to normal.
Anyway,
BYOBT.
Okay, everybody keep
and
their...
B, very important, and B.
Okay, everybody keep your ear to the ground and be laser focused.
Be laser focused.
And keep your eye out for the stuff that's going to happen here in the near future. So that's all I have for the Friday wrap up.
Yep.
So you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Everybody have a great weekend
And next week,
holiday.
Debbie will be coming by the
Zoom.
By technology. She'll be sitting on the couch with me over here
on the Zoom box.
On the Zoom.
Yeah.
The youngins call it Zoom on the YouTube.
Okay. Zoom on the YouTube. So anyway, until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.